This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Alrighty. It's another Thursday night. And you are listening to Docking Bay 94 over at sci-fi.radio. You could be watching us on Facebook or Twitch or YouTube or any of those things. And I'm playing a little catch up here because we adjusted everything last week for just Jeff and I. Colleen was at Costume College. Which was pretty good. So, hey, glad to be here though. Our setup's a little complicated. We've got like the radio thing and the mixing board, and I realized like at the last minute I didn't have the right cable to connect Jeff to the mixing board, which is how I usually do it. And so seat your pants. Hope everybody's doing well though. Talon Thorne and Dawn have chimed in.
Dawn. Yeah.
Dawn went to the casino.
I haven't seen anyone else yet, but you never know.
You haven't seen what?
I haven't seen any other commenters just yet, but
Oh,
Kit.
Kit says hi, of course. Dawn went to the casino to check out the Jurassic Park display they had. Looked pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Alrighty.
Nice.
It's been a week. It's been pretty good. What do we want to start off with? Hang on a second.
Can you even hear me?
Yeah.
Really hear Colleen. There we go. Now I got her.
Now we can hear you.
Okay. Costume College was really good for me. I went on Thursday, and not having to do the show made it for a really restful first day, which is super nice. And so I got to go to the welcome party, which I never get to go to because we're always on the show.
Right.
We go to the welcome party, and most of the people are gone by the time we got there. But
Yeah, it
was fun.
Gotcha.
The first day I had done, I don't remember how much I've told you guys, but I had done, there was a group of 7 of us that were doing the Women's Institute, which is, it's a thing that started in Canada in like 1910 or 1905, something like that, to teach women who at that time were mostly women who were staying at home, important things that they might not have learned about food safety and sewing and canning and all the sort of things that you would need to know to have success and raise a healthy family. So the 7 of us each picked a fruit or vegetable to make into a day dress from the 1930s or 40s. And it was really fun.
Neat.
I chose pineapples, and so I had a 1944 dress with a pineapple print on it, and I also had pineapple earrings and a pineapple necklace.
Oh, that's cool. There we go.
Amy had blueberries. Mela had either beets or radishes. We're pretty sure they were beets, but the only thing close to a beet she could get to put on her hat were radishes, because the beets were like life size and looked really dumb on a hat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christian had eggplants. Laura had pomegranates. Diane had a mixture of oranges and peaches. I had the pineapple, and Kelly had figs. So it was really fun. And then Mela ordered us those. If you guys are looking at the picture that Sean posted, we have these big green ribbons with a yellow thing on the center
Medallion.
that says Women's Institute.
That's cool.
So,
Oh,
and we
cool.
were instructors of the Women's Institute. So that
You
was
have
fun.
you have a pretty good variety of colors in the group.
We do. I think it worked out really nicely.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I thought there
And
was
then,
another picture here.
Okay, so I got to tell you guys about
Yeah,
this
the old one.
picture.
Yeah, I
Are
saw
you
that.
on my Facebook page?
I
Sean?
am
Is
on your
that-
Facebook.
Okay, so
page.
can you go to the picture right before that
Awesome.
one?
Yeah, there.
One before that.
One before that. That one.
That's cool.
So this woman is dressed as one of the Pickle Sisters, which was a 1920s vaudeville act that most of the people that I talked to at the event said, "Oh my gosh, she's dressed like a pickle." And I was like, she's not just a pickle,
That's
she's a
awesome.
pickle sister. And then I had to look up Pickle Sisters to show everybody else what I was talking about. So if you go to the next
Oh.
picture, Sean, it'll show the Pickle Sisters who did pickle songs and dances and little comedy bits. So I just thought
That's
that was
cool.
my
I like
favorite
that.
costume of the whole weekend.
It's,
So it was
Nice.
really
It was
great.
pretty funny. It's what's even weirder is that like we have never heard of the Pickle Sisters. Really, like
I have.
until very recently.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, so somebody posted a picture of the Pickle Sisters like last week. Unbelievably, posted it like last week and said, "We should do this." And then like 2 days later, I saw somebody doing the costume. I personally have known about the Pickle Sisters for several years. It's not something that Sean and I ever talked about, so
Oh, see, there you go.
yeah, so when whoever posted it a couple of like a week ago, I went, "Oh my gosh, I know this costume." And then 2 days later I saw it. It was amazing.
Yeah, it just showed up all over my feed.
Yeah.
Oh, but I've seen it. I've known about it for several years. So,
Oh, my.
yeah, it just got popular recently.
Wacky.
That's awesome.
So then my classes on Friday were fabulous. My favorite classes were actually I went to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I went to 8 classes,
cool.
9 classes. And my
Wow.
favorites, and then I taught one. My favorite classes that I went to were sleeve anatomy and how to tweak it, because the sheer volume of information that she passed on to us was amazing. And she actually sent us her slideshow. So I'm going to have to go back through the slideshow because it was too much to take in all at once. The noises was me shuffling paper, Sean.
Oh, okay. It
Yeah,
sounded
sorry
like
about that.
static, and I was trying to figure out where
No, it was
from.
me. So anyway, the amount of information that she passed on was just mind-blowing, and I'm really hoping that she'll teach her her class again next year and maybe do a workshop as well. And then I went to How Not to Look Awkward in Photos, taught by Mark Edwards, who you guys know. Mark is like one of the best photographers around.
Oh, yeah, Mark.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know him really well.
And he just had great things to teach us. So I really hope for the rest of the weekend I was able to put what he taught into action. So I'm really hoping that I will be able to continue to do that and take better photos, because I tend to be very stiff and awkward in photos.
Okay.
And then the other class that I really had a lot of fun with was Mouse versus Muka, floral and wire mouse ears.
Oh, okay.
And so this one is a limited attendance workshop, and I didn't sign up for any limited attendance workshops. I thought I was just going to do all lectures. And then Amy and I decided on Friday, let's do it. Let's sign up. There are 3 spots left. Let's take 2 of them. And then Sean was so kind. We went out to dinner Sean came with us out to dinner on Friday night, and after dinner he dropped us back at the hotel, and then he went. He brought us a big bag of the tools that we needed, and then he went out to Michael's and did all of the shopping for flowers and glue sticks and other things we needed.
The flowers were a challenge because fall is coming, and the sort of blues and purples that they wanted for flowers were harder to find.
Yeah.
So we went with darker purples.
Yeah,
And no blues.
It came up pretty good, which you guys then wore to Disneyland.
Yeah, we went to Disneyland on Monday. We were nice enough. Someone was nice enough to. So, a friend was taking her sister, who was in town for costume college, to Disneyland, and the friend happens to work at Disneyland, and she invited another friend who's not involved with costume college at all to come to go to Disneyland with her and her sister. And then that was Judy, who Sean goes to Disneyland with almost every week, or every opportunity that they're going on weekdays, they tend to go together. And so then it was them and Judy and Sean. And then Judy said to Heather, "Oh, Colleen has the day off, but she can't go to Disneyland because she doesn't have a pass anymore." So then she said, "Oh, well, I'm already signing in my sister. I can bring more than one person." So she brought me, and then Amy was with me when she asked, and then we brought Amy, and it just kept growing. And I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm like already the fifth wheel here. And so I felt like it was going to be awkward, but then it ended up being the perfect number of people and the perfect companions for doing a day at Disneyland. Nobody was, we were basically all going with whatever the birthday girl wanted to do. And she had, like 4 things she wanted to do, Sean?
Yeah, she just had a few things she wanted to do. She was very chill as well. And so, we got to use our Disney expertise and knowing how to get around the park to make sure that she got to do everything she wanted to do and that everything happened.
Yeah.
It was...
She wanted to get a birthday button.
Right.
She wanted to buy a little shoulder hey character. She wanted to go on Space Mountain and the Matterhorn.
Right.
And I did Space Mountain, but I was a little nauseated at the end. And so I was actually kind of grateful when they said, "Hey, if you don't want to do the Matterhorn, it's okay.
You don't have to go." Yeah.
And so Amy and I went shopping instead of going on the Matterhorn because we were both like, ugh.
So here's a couple pictures from the day. This is the back of Colleen's ears that she made in her ear class. On the bottom left there, she's looking up at Hondo.
Yep.
And the front of her ears are here. She's there on the left.
They're hard to see though.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, there.
And you guys, these ears light up, which I don't have my light on mine, so
Oop.
that's why you don't
That's
see
Okay.
it.
Here you go. Here's Colleen
There you go.
and Amy. See if I can zoom in a little more. There we go.
And I'm even using the posing suggestions that Mark taught
From
me.
Mark Edwards. Nice.
Aha!
Yeah, it's probably a class I should take. Always very awkward in front of the camera.
I think it would be good. Yeah, so maybe next year you could do that. Yeah, there they are. And all these pictures were taken during the day, so you're not really seeing the fact that they light up.
That they light up, right? I was looking to see because we did light them up at one point, and I don't remember.
We lit them up in Space Mountain, but I don't know who took the picture in Space
good.
Mountain.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, it's that one.
Is it that
That's the picture, and you can't tell because
can't
it's still too light in there.
It's still too light out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
dear.
we actually had to leave while it was still light out. So, and we
Yeah.
were all exhausted after costume college and a day at Disney.
Yeah, we
were
had just
pretty wiped out.
We had just enough, which was good. So
it was fun going on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run with exactly 6 people.
Okay.
Right. Because
So-
we basically took over the entire cockpit,
Yeah.
and that was good.
Okay.
You won an auction, or a raffle.
Oh, yeah. I won a raffle, but it's
Raffle.
being sent to me from Texas, and it's not. It isn't anything that I'm like, yay.
Oh, okay.
It's more stuff that I'm like, what
okay.
am I going to do with this?
I just saw the thing on your
Uh-oh.
page.
Oh,
that's
yeah, sorry.
You won
Yeah.
a raffle.
And then the class that I taught on Sunday, which was a 4-hour basic hand sewing class. And the reason why I taught it, I'm pretty sure I told you guys this before, but maybe not because it happened kind of quickly. The
Yeah.
teacher who was supposed to be teaching this class broke her leg very, very badly, and is completely bedbound. So couldn't come to costume college and couldn't teach the class. So I took over her
Oh, goodness.
class, and I tried to replicate what she was teaching because she had already advertised, I'm going to be teaching these stitches. This is what the sampler I'm going to give you looks like. These are the things that I'm going to give you. So I did that, and I was like, okay, 4 hours seems long. We used up every minute of the 4 hours and just got through.
Oh, I bet. You know.
Just got through the things, and I was beat by the time it was done because everybody was sitting at tables so that they could be sewing on a table,
Yeah.
which was what they should have been doing. And
Yeah.
so I had to describe the stitch and show them, and then I had to go around to each student and show them again. So I was walking around the classroom doing a sample of the stitch several times, and then I'd go back around the
Yeah.
room to make sure that everybody had done it correctly. And then, sometimes I went back around a third time depending on how complicated the stitch was. It was a good
Yeah.
class for me because I'm self-taught and I never learned the proper names for any of the stitches. So when I
Oh, okay.
reviewed the
That's funny.
stitches that she was teaching, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know any of these stitches. And then I went and found the lessons on how to do them, and I'm like, oh, I totally know these stitches. I just didn't know what they were called. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it was really good. My students really seemed to appreciate the class, which was good. And I'll be teaching some parts of this. I haven't quite figured out what parts yet, but I'm going to be teaching it at both LostCon and this year and next year at WorldCon. So anybody who doesn't make it to
Wow,
costume
okay.
college, who doesn't know how to sew and wants to, could check out LostCon or WorldCon and get some sewing lessons, which will not be a 4-hour block
Right.
because that would be too much. But I'll find a way to break it down so that it's in smaller chunks.
Well, your students seemed to like it, and they said it was like more stitch, less bitch, which was good. And
Did they really say that?
They were excited that you had snacks.
They were excited. They were also very delighted because 4 hours seemed like such a long time to me. Every hour, I made them stand up and move their hands, like scrunch their hands and stretch and eat a cookie and, use the restroom or get a drink or whatever. And they were like, no teacher ever does this. This is so wonderful. So,
Need to. Geez.
excuse me?
You need to. Geez, for 4 hours.
Yeah, you definitely do, especially with hand sewing. And when you're trying to learn something, you are very tense because you're trying to learn it. And so
Yeah.
it's extra important to try and stretch that out so you don't get, problems with your wrists and your back and everything else.
for
So
sure.
that was... Oh, and then the one last thing I wanted to talk about was the banquet, the Saturday night banquet, had possibly the worst service at a banquet I have ever had.
And let me
In my
let me
150
expand
plus years.
that
Oh no.
to encompass my experience with the hotel, because I did the gala and I did the tea, which are the two sort of catered events that happen there, ticketed catered events, and the service was just awful, and the food was only adequate. It was really kind of weird, I thought.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
the service was astonishingly bad.
Yeah. It was.
Oh
it was
no.
pretty awful.
Yeah.
And then so my job at the whole convention, the only thing I really had to do was to drop
Yeah.
some stuff off for the bargain basement sale, which I did, and then I
Okay.
went to dinner with everybody. And then Saturday night, I DJ'd the gala, as is my tradition. And then Sunday, I was participant in the tea as a non-player character in a Dungeons and Dragons scenario that encompassed the entire tea. And so there were like 6
Okay.
player characters, and then they went from table to table where they interacted with a non-player character at each table, who then gave them
Cool.
combat or potions or treasure or something that then they could use at the end of the campaign. And it actually worked out pretty well. Although I became a DJ for that event too at the end, where once my NPC thing was done, and I was the barkeep, the tavern keep, and I was Isaac, your bartender, also known in the town as Bud the Wiser, because I know everything that goes on in the town.
Okay. Of course. Yes. Yeah.
And so once I finished all of that kind of thing and got the guys on their quest, I then spent the rest of the time with an iPad going, play this piece of music when they get to table 3. You could play this piece of music when they get to table 4. So that was kind of weird. But the people attending the tea seemed to like it just fine. So what more could you want, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good weekend, but
Cool.
we've been really recovering.
Yeah.
Today's the first day that I feel like I'm caught up back to where I was before Costume College, both energy-wise and, like, it took me a lot to catch up at work.
Kelly asked if you used an
I can
overhead
imagine.
projector, which I don't think you did.
I did not.
And she also asked if we think that the service at the hotel was bad because of ice. And we don't have any proof of that, but I do feel like that is playing into it. They seem fairly understaffed. And I know that a lot of hotels are right now, because even citizens born here in the United States who are legitimate citizens are afraid to go into work because we're picking up people so indiscriminately. And so, like, the hospitality industry is suffering. Farming, agriculture is really suffering. There's a lot of industries that are being hit pretty hard, even if their workers are complete legit citizens. So there's a high possibility that that's the case. Colleen made an observation. I think that the majority of people who were helping us did mostly speak Spanish and not English, which was my experience also, where the managers spoke English and Spanish, and the regular staff were speaking largely Spanish. So
Mela points out that the maids were very friendly, and that was
that's
my
good.
experience too.
That's good. But yeah, it was the kitchen staff that we had difficulty.
Well, the
with.
wait staff.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
The dinner itself, the food served for dinner itself was fine.
Right.
When
you got it.
when you got it,
It was hard to get.
It was
food.
wild.
It was for me especially.
Yeah, it was like the Wild West.
And then the dessert was questionable.
Yeah.
But
dear.
the whole thing told we're very, very spoiled, I'll tell you, because Costume College has been going on for a very long time. This is the third hotel that we're in.
That Sean and I have experienced.
Colleen and I have been involved in.
More before that.
It started at the Van Nuys Airport, where the wait staff there really liked us, and they were very grateful for our business, and they would do things like, so the gala, we were throwing a big gala costumed thing, and so the head of housekeeping and wait staff and whatnot, he would come out in a very flashy jacket, and he would introduce all of the wait staff, who would then, they would play like Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast, and they would do patterns on the floor with trays and stuff. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, they do this great big dance.
It was just amazing. And so, so we have that to look back on and go, man, do you remember how great it was?
Right.
Whereas people who came for the first time this year went, oh, yeah, it's a hotel. That's normal. And it was a pretty thing. So we are spoiled by our past experiences.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So yeah, that was. I feel like that was pretty much the high points of Costume College. I'm very, as usual, when I get back, I'm very revved up and excited about, costuming again. I want to do all the things now.
Yeah, it's good to run that momentum, and keep it going. We always feel that way after we do a live show also, where we've gone and we've done something on stage, and like we can ride that wave for about a month before it starts to wear off, and we're like, whatever.
Kelly, what do you mean like a cruise ship? Is that the maids or the feeling up, or
the
I don't
fancy the fancy stuff that they do in the dining room?
Oh yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah,
maybe it's like the show. Although I've never had that on a cruise ship, where they do a fancy dance in the dining room.
Budala mentioned something about Jeff being a little overamped. That's possibly my fault. Jeff is going between very quiet and very loud for some reason, and I haven't been able to.
You got me there. I have no idea.
Figure that, and so
I thought that was my ears.
I'm trying to compensate for that. And
actually,
what's really funny, I wasn't sure about myself because for some reason I cannot hear myself, and I'm used to hearing myself.
Oh, that's weird.
In the headphones, yeah, I can hear both of you. I can't hear me. So I don't know. I took a lot of the sound gear with me to use at the convention, and sometimes I don't get things hooked up quite the right way when I'm all done.
Oh well.
But I mean, you guys can hear me, and that's all fine. Yeah, it's great. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
There we go.
So yeah, Costume College in Disneyland. Jeff, you did Old West days.
Yep. And I wanted to, before I started, to say, because we have like Alan's listening, Lori's listening, Laura is listening, watching, whatever. So is Matt Tillard. He's over there.
Hey, Matt.
And then on Twitch we've got Rosie, and we've got Chris and David, which you already said. So yeah, I think we got everybody now. Yeah, there we go.
All right.
All right. Yeah, the Old West days. El Rios Ranch. Was it Rios Ranchos? I can never remember the flip floppy of the name is El Rancho Rios Ranchos.
So I got a note today, Jeff, that place is actually there's a fire there, and it's actually under threat.
Oh, could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's Los Rios Rancho.
It's a dry time right now out there. Yeah. And it's fun. We went on the Friday, so I usually go there on the Saturday or Sunday because that's when Farley is there.
Farley
performing.
The Fiddler.
So we were there. We went on Friday because I had to work on the other 2 days, and but we went there and did a few things, and got to do activities basically and such and walk around. But
I reported
think I sent you
incorrectly. It
photos
wasn't Los
to
Rios
you guys.
Rancho.
Yeah.
The
I sent
fire
the
that I was
photos to
talking
you two,
about.
not the thing.
The fire that I was talking about is not at Los Rios Rancho. So just in case anybody was panicking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But yeah, so there's a few photos I sent to you two. But yeah, it was like of what it was like there. We did see Farley, but he was not performing. He was just unpacking. So whatever talked.
Yeah,
to him
he
for-
was
for
only
a bit.
doing stuff on the weekends, like Saturday, Sunday
Yes,
weekend, which is weird.
And you were there Friday, right,
but
Jeff?
yeah, we went on Friday, and then and it's really just a matter. It takes a little time to get out there, and
Yeah.
then it's when it's wintertime, it's covered in snow because it's apparently just high enough, to do that. But it was, Fridays was not as busy, so a few places still setting up. That Sparrow and Rose got to get a few things, and David, so we just kind of did that and walked around at a little. They had like a little nature walk that's nearby, like connected to it, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
So that was kind of cool. Yeah, got to go around there,
Nice.
and yeah, so that was fun. Oh, there you go. Look, you found them.
I did. We have so many
Yeah,
conversations
this is-
going. I couldn't figure out which one it was. But
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's part of the nature walk. Yeah, and they had like a big pond that had you could see the fish and stuff. Probably not so well in that photo, but you could see the fish. A lot of little baby ducks. These little, not quite sure version of what type of duck that is, but yeah. So they have a lot of things set up there. You can.
it's got a very
blacksmithing,
Ren Fair kind of vibe. Or it reminds me a little bit of the living history thing we did where there was a group that was playing a burned out town in Civil War years, and they basically set up all their stuff like this because they were all refugees and whatever they had managed to save in their from their bombed out town. Oops.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of neat, get to see the Sparrow made candles. This was what was really neat. The lady was making a broom. She was showing how they used to make brooms.
That's cool.
With her
And
feet.
yeah, and it's like it's a cord. She had to hold the cord, the one side of the cord with it, with her feet, so that she can keep it very tight. Because you have to like soak these reeds, well, at least one end of them, in water for a while, and then you can soak them and they get flattened out.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it was neat. And then, of course, we stopped at the one place that's not at Island Pictures of here on the way back. That's also covered in snow at this time, when it's winter time, to get stuff. Like they have apple cider pops that they make because they have it's a big orchard for apples, and they make cider. So they also press it, and they would have these really simple. It's like a little like a Dixie cup basically with a popsicle stick. How they made it. Just throw it in the freezer. But we get those, and they're very good.
I like the apple
treat 'em on the
cider
way out.
donuts and pastries that they make. You can get them in the town,
Yeah.
Julian, when you go into the town. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Julian's in San Diego and Oak Glen is in Riverside.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess so.
Yeah. But I'm sure
Yeah.
there's probably a place in the Oak Glen, which is where Jeff
Yeah.
was, that sells the apple cider donuts. I can't imagine why they wouldn't. They're super popular at apple orchards. But usually not until
Yeah.
September. Yeah.
Yeah. Sparrow, who was on here as Bird Boy 13. Yeah. When we went into that shop and we were talking to the guy, and they said, something about I think Sparrow said it, or someone said, "Oh, they dropped the ice cream," and he said, "That was you." And apparently, that was the popular thing. So, so the entire time it's like, oh, be careful with this. It's funny. I mean,
That is pretty funny.
as if you do a certain thing with the little pops, with these little pops, so if you squeeze them a certain way, they'll just shoot out of the cup.
Wow. That's an
yes,
important thing to know.
Yeah.
That it'll shoot out of the cup.
The other thing,
Yeah.
yes, if you squeeze too hard, the little Dixie cups, or you push too hard at the bottom, like whoop, fly right out of there. It's best to like roll it between your hands, like the cup, kind of roll it back and forth here and there to get that sort of melted a little bit, so it will come out. Like Sparrow says right there, loose cup, front cup. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but that was fun. I love going there. It's like I think that we would definitely would have stayed longer that day if Farley was performing, but it wasn't. So,
Well, that's too bad.
other than that,
Right.
yeah. I think, and it was Friday, so I don't know if all the vendors were there yet, to be honest, because
Probably
there were
not.
some that were still unloading in
Yeah.
a parking lot down at the bottom. And there was definitely some, like, one or two vendors that we didn't see this year, and I don't know if they weren't going to come or they just weren't there yet. No idea.
They probably just weren't there
Yeah,
yet.
they were- yeah.
I imagine they got there Friday night and then they set up for Saturday. And that's the way Renaissance Fair used to be. And there would be
Yeah.
a few people hanging around on
was fun,
Friday
yeah.
who got there early, and then by Saturday, like everybody was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I had to fix a fence down here. So,
Uh-oh.
Manual labor.
yeah, the stupid fence next door is broken again. So I fixed that today. That's what the picture is that I put in there.
Oh, okay.
In the messenger chat of the fence with a piece of wood there, or two pieces of wood there. Yeah, it's because on the other side of the fence, he I don't know what happened. It's just falling apart or something. So I'm constantly doing repairs on my side.
Oh,
So the dogs won't go over there.
right.
I try to sneak into the other yard. It's just a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So I mean, luckily I had pallet wood still. I took apart pallets, and I've taking
Fixed the
apart
fence
pallets
with
when I
it?
can find I get them and take them apart and use the wood for whatever.
That's
you know.
funny.
Wow.
Hello, Lady A. Yeah. So it's just like there's constant repairs. You can see the other repair right to the right of that too.
Oh,
The
yeah.
other- last time. Ay.
Huh.
So
Such is the
Yeah.
nature of wood. We put it up there, and then
Yeah.
basically the environment destroys it. That's pretty funny.
yeah, all the wood that you can see standing up on this side of the fence,
Uh-huh.
on my side in the picture, there's a horizontal posts, and then there's a few posts going vertical. That was put on our side. That's like because the fence was falling over. The guy had they had sent someone out to do that, so that side of that guy's fence wouldn't fall into our yard,
That's pretty
just
funny.
to hold it up. Yeah. So yeehaw! And I thought I'd show everyone the picture of Ahsoka, because if you rub her belly, it's like a alligator falling asleep.
Oh,
Okay.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to show that one or not, because it seemed mildly rude. Where
Ahsoka.
did our messenger go?
So I
Again.
don't know. It's in there somewhere. But yeah, if you rub her tummy, she rolls over on her back and like blop, and then she'll just be out. It's hysterical.
I
But,
hate
yeah.
the new messenger so much. It's just a real drag.
It's not as bad as the new Outlook. So Sean and I decided to try the Wendy's Meal of Misfortune.
We did. That's what we had for dinner. It's the meal that's connected to Wednesday. So they're not doing like Happy Meal
Okay.
toys that I'm aware of. They instead decided to do the Meal of Misfortune. And so we got the chicken nuggets. What were the other options, Colleen?
There were spicy chicken McNuggets and non-spicy chicken McNuggets.
Oh.
Why do you think I got chicken McNuggets?
I don't know. Because maybe you didn't want a
That was it?
hamburger. I thought maybe there was some sort of hamburger or
No.
sandwich or something.
It was because it was the only choice.
It was
and
got
can
it.
you imagine if we had gotten the spicy?
Oh man, that
Good
would have been.
Lord.
So there are 4 dipping sauces that they give you, which are
that's why.
unidentified in the package.
They have a question mark on them.
Yeah, there is nothing about them that indicates what flavor is in there. Although maybe, I guess, if you read the ingredients, you might be able to tell. Because I have to assume that each block of ingredients covers each individual cup. But once you open them, they look slightly different. Like we had a purple jelly-looking one. There was
They were all sort of
Yeah.
purpley.
there was like a lavender gray, almost like ranch kind of sauce.
But they all had a lot of hot sauce in them.
They were spicy.
They were
very, very
And
spicy.
I usually am okay. Like, I'm more okay with spice than Sean is, but we're still very white.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
our ability to handle spice is not
Crackers.
fantastic.
I like some spice, and like I'll get a Chipotle barbecue sandwich or something like that. But my lips are still burning, and it's been like an hour.
I like a little bit more spice than Sean does. Like, I'll put hot sauce on my potatoes at IHOP or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I kept trying to figure out if we had by mistake gotten the spicy.
Right, which didn't seem to be the
Oh.
case.
No, because I had the rest of my shake and then I tried it again and I was like, oh, okay, it's definitely not the chicken. It's the
Right.
the dipping sauces.
Yeah, Colleen likes
Okay.
sriracha, and she puts sriracha on just about everything.
I
So
don't put sriracha on my desserts.
no, not on your dessert. So and we didn't on the dessert here, which was we got chocolate frosties. I guess they serve them with vanilla.
So
But-
weird. So they normally do it with vanilla in this and it's vanilla and there's cherry sauce on it
Right.
so that it looks like blood.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you ask for chocolate, which
Huh?
you have to request chocolate if you don't want the vanilla, they charge you 50 cents extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we should have just gotten the vanilla because that's the way they make it. But
I almost got mine vanilla just because, yeah, it would
but
be.
there didn't used to be vanilla frosties. They all used to be chocolate. It was the
Yeah.
only flavor you could get.
That is actually why I wanted chocolate.
Yeah,
Because I was like,
yeah.
it's frosty. It's
Right.
supposed to be
The
chocolate.
vanilla frosties are just okay. I like the chocolate ones, but even with the cherry sauce, it was good. I don't know why they charged us extra because we modified the meal or whatever.
And I'm used to getting a kid's meal, and so number one, there was way too much food. And number two,
There were 10 nuggets.
yeah,
in
it was way too
in
much
the bag, plus
Way
a
too
big
much.
thing of fries.
And also there wasn't even anything that was pretending to be
Okay.
nutritious. It was
Right.
doubling down on the junk food aspect. But
Gotcha.
it was $12 before tax.
For one
grief.
meal.
$12 for one meal, which I felt like was kind of expensive, but everything's more expensive now.
Right.
than it used to be.
Well, and everything like just recently had a wave of going up. Here, I'll show you guys a picture of what the meal of misfortune is supposed to look like. And so you can see the little sauces that have question marks on them. And the sort of Wednesday-looking bag that says "There's nothing happy about this meal." The Frosty is bigger than they show, I think. And ours didn't come with the little Wednesday wrap around it or the nifty spoon
Yeah,
with the skull and the raven on it.
it did not.
And that was disappointing. But, I mean, otherwise it was okay.
It did come with a straw with like an icy straw.
Did it?
It had a straw with a paddle on the end of it.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
But it's a kind of a fun little tie-in. I don't know when this season 2 is supposed to launch, I guess. So this meal started August 4th. There is a game in the Wendy's app that will let you have a chance to win $10,000.
It's starting yesterday.
Wednesday is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. We're like
That makes sense.
way behind
on a Wednesday.
Right. We're way behind on all TV that isn't Grey's Anatomy.
That's my fault.
But anyway, so these are the 4 dipping sauces. You can't hide, HYDE. This will sting.
And they all did.
Grave mistake. Or nowhere to woe. And they just give you whatever they happen to do it. The spoon is called the Spoon of Gloom, which we didn't get.
Of course.
And it's actually outside of the United States. If you're in Puerto Rico or the Bahamas or Guam, you can get them. And on the 11th of August, these menu items will arrive in Canada at Wendy's. So if you're a Canadian, you can get them too.
Are you making weird scritching noises, or is there an animal in here?
I'm not. I'm nothing. I don't know
Scritches?
what we're hearing.
I mean, is it this? Well, no?
No, I
hear
don't
that?
think so.
That's not me then.
That's
I hear
weird.
weird noises though. I do hear little clicky noises.
Yeah, I
but
don't
that's
know.
about it.
My feet are under my chair.
Oh, well.
I'm like all nervous that there is
Exciting.
an animal
There's an
in this
animal in
room
here.
with us.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, all mine are downstairs, so I mean, can't answer that one.
Right. Anyway, it was
Like nothing in here to make noise.
It was good if weird, And if you like that kind of thing, you should try it.
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd be hiding on even the first season of Wednesday. I haven't even watched that yet. So, but
Oh, you can watch it.
I hear it's good. But
Yeah, you can watch like the whole 2 seasons at once then.
Yeah. It'll be one
Yeah.
long show.
so many things to catch up on. Eesh.
Right. We watched a Phineas and Ferb during dinner before we realized that our
Okay.
clock was wrong,
Yeah.
which was pretty funny. So
Oh,
we had to
okay.
run in,
Yeah.
get everything going. Like, ah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah. Yeah. I'm slowly catching up on the new ones. Yeah.
This was a new one, and I haven't. I'm only like 3 or 4 in, really. We've been busy.
Okay.
We've had stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
I'm only up to the submarine sandwich, so
I don't know that I've
Well,
gotten
maybe
there
we're
yet.
not that far yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not that far in. Okay, but anyway.
We are not that far in.
Anyway,
we're
you
like
were
on
going
the,
to say something and I interrupted?
we're on the 3rd episode or something. We're like not
Yeah,
that far
we're
in.
on a pet washing. They were trying to chip Agent P.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was that. Anyway, so that was our week, which was reasonably eventful.
Very eventful in my case.
We have 10 minutes. You want to do this?
oh.
What did you have, Colleen?
No, I was going to say we should start Star Wars.
That's what I was going to say. So let's start in
Must
on
think
Star
alike.
Wars stuff.
Alrighty. August 3rd, these are the birthdays. August 3rd, 1911. Wow. Was when Alex McCrindle was born. And he was General Jan Dodonna in A New Hope from Star Wars. And then I looked up his IMDb as well, pulled that up. 67 credits. Not a huge amount, but
That's not bad.
good chunk anyway,
Did some spy stuff, and when did he pass away? 1990. So a little time to do
Yeah.
stuff. Did Riley, Ace of Spies, and Eye of the
Yeah.
Needle, and stuff like that. Not
Seems like a lot of espionage type of stuff going on here.
right. And of course, he only
So,
really
look at
did
that.
the one Star Wars movie. And if you're not calling up who General Dodonna is, he was the guy in sort of a longish coat in the war room with the big white beard, and
Yeah.
he gives the briefing to the pilots on
Yeah.
how to attack the Death Star. So,
Exactly.
not too bad. But his career
Let's see.
goes back to 1937.
Yeah.
Where he was in Who Killed Cock Robin and the Seventh Man, and
Oh, yeah.
The Night of the Burning Pestle. Which, if your pestle is burning, go see a doctor. Just saying.
Just use a vessel instead of the pestle.
Right.
But not the flagon with the
Okay.
dragon. Who's next?
Okay, birthday number 2. August 4th, 1948. Ian Liston was born. He played Wes Jansen in Empire Strikes Back. You know, he was one of the gunner, I think, or something. You know, or whatever. One of the snow speeders. And about 38 credits for acting anyway.
Cool.
Not a huge number, but I mean, hey, you know, of course, Doctor Who, they had to be in there somewhere. so-
Right. That seems inevitable.
and yeah,
Are you
Yeah.
British?
and
Are
a bunch
you
of
an
other
actor?
stuff that
You're in
I've never
Doctor
seen before. But you know,
Who. Well, he was
Yeah.
in a thing called Captain Jack, which did not involve Pirates of the Caribbean.
Jack Sparrow.
He was in
yeah,
The
that's
Bill,
true.
which
Yeah.
everybody is in. It's like Law and Order in Britain. Like everybody's in Law and Order here, and then everyone's in The Bill over there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see his earliest credit is
Exactly.
1970, and he didn't.
He
He
did
did,
some other things, but not a lot of other.
Yeah,
you
he
know.
did 10 episodes of Coronation
producing,
Street
directing.
as the same character, and that's a soap
Yeah.
opera. That's a pretty reasonable run. That's like the
Yeah.
longest run he had on anything except for one show that he did for 5 years called Crossroads, which I've
Yeah.
never heard of. So sweet.
Yeah, so he was pretty busy, fellow. You
Yeah.
know. Now we're back to the history part, so we're done with birthdays. August 1st, 1975. George completed the 3rd draft of Star Wars, the Adventures of Luke Skywalker. I don't know if it was still called. Was it still called that though in the 3rd draft? But maybe, I guess so, maybe. But
Well, it had.
it was originally like Star Killer or something.
It was
whatever,
originally
you
The
know.
Adventures of the Star Killer.
Yeah.
And then I
So it
guess
just kept
yeah.
changing and changing.
And then the one that we know is, I think, the 4th draft. I think that's the one that
Yeah.
became the movie that we understand to be Star Wars. So
Yeah. So had to do a couple passes at least. August 5th, 1977. That's when Vader met Wolfman Jack on Midnight Special.
that's funny. You know
Always
what?
quite funny.
I think I have that. Hang on. Let's see.
Oh,
here.
yeah, baby. Whatever he says. I can't really do his voice right now.
Joan!
That's the wrong one. Hang on. The sometimes my computer is faster than me.
My place is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, Lord Darth Vader of Star Wars. Nice to have you with us.
Yes.
In the movie Star Wars, I remember at the end of the picture, you floated out into outer space, kind of like spaced out. You understand, so to speak. Now, you flew all over space. How come you landed here in Burbank, California?
I am looking for slaves.
Okay, there you are, gang. He's looking for slaves. If I touch this, what happens?
You die.
You remind me of my agent, you know that?
Yes. Take me to your leader.
Darth Vader was real weird right after Star Wars. I think he got shook up when he made his escape from the Death Star. But
What did you do this voice? That was weird.
Well, they obviously didn't have anybody doing the voice, and it was a guy like in the suit, and it sounded like some other guy breathing through a vacuum hose on the side to just sort of approximate it. And I wonder if it was just, I wonder if that was Kermit Eller who did, he did all the appearances as Darth Vader, like around the country.
Most likely.
He originally was working for Dawn Post, and they said, we need a big guy to fill the suit. And so they talked to he either goes by Kermit or he goes by Bryce. It was probably him, and it probably just whoever was in the suit was trying to sound really scary.
The voice sounded very familiar. I'm just trying to think of what from. But
and if you watch Donnie and Marie, who did a very similar thing, they got Thurl Ravenscroft to be Darth Vader. So, Tony the Tiger is voicing Darth Vader in that episode, and yet Tony Daniels was 3PO. I guess James Earl Jones just wasn't interested or wasn't available. And it's really funny. But in this case, so of course Wolfman Jack was in American Graffiti for George Lucas, and here he was hosting the midnight special. Did he just call up George and go, "Hey, can you send us Darth Vader?" Because Star Wars is so huge. I mean, did he just sort of use that connection and go, "You know what my show needs? Darth Vader." But obviously he got like a half Vader. It's like that. Didn't get the full experience.
It was just so weird.
That's awesome.
Oh man, God, I'll have to listen to that again sometime so I can pick.
Well,
up
if you
the
go on
voice,
YouTube,
whoever did it, it sounds real familiar to me, and I'm trying to figure out where, but I'll get it later.
Well, if you go on YouTube, you can actually see it, which I don't know that it'll help figure out who it is, but you can.
No, that's okay. Okay. August 3rd, 2015 is when principal photography started on Rogue One at Bovington. That's the last of the history.
All right.
Woohoo! That's it. That's all of history for today.
All right. Star Wars will be back in theaters for its 50th anniversary. Which is what? 2 years?
Yeah, it's
April 30th, 2027.
Yeah, officially it's May 25th.
Starting a little early.
2027.
But they're starting a couple days early, a month early.
We are very, very fluid with our things these days.
Oh, it's because they want to play it over May the 4th.
Of course they do. Yeah.
I wonder, though. I mean, are they going to play? Are they just going to show everybody the special edition, or are they going to actually card out the original somehow?
Well, that's what I was going to bring up, is that there's a lot of people who are very bent out of shape, that it's like, if you're celebrating the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, you ought to show the original release of the film. People are like, don't show us the special edition. We're not interested in that. We want to see the original one. Of course, they just did a screening of the original one in England, which I feel was maybe a test for this, to decide if they wanted to clean up the original version and put it out there. And unfortunately, they got slammed. People were like, this movie sucks. It looks old. It looks dated. It looks crazy. The special editions are better because they look more modern. So the original film that they showed in England that, didn't have episode 4 in front of it, they got flamed. It's really bad. So, if we wanted to see the original version on the 50th anniversary, that didn't go very far to convincing them to do it. Because people on the internet are mean, and they were very mean about the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, jerk. Bunch of jerks. 'Cause,
yes.
man.
Yeah, it really was a bummer.
Like, because when we saw it that time at the
Yes.
whatever the site, the
we were
special effects, whatever.
We were at the Visual Effects Society, which represents the VFX Union, and yeah, we saw Rogue One, and it was followed immediately by the oldest cut of Star Wars they could get their hands on.
Yeah.
Did it have?
And that was actually really cool.
Yeah.
The special things that were in it that you remembered?
It didn't have the special edition changes, and it did have like just all the basic effects.
No, I mean, you always say that there was something you remember from the first time you saw Star Wars that's not in any of the prints.
No, of course not, because nobody will cop to that. Jeff and I both think we saw it, and everyone's telling us it's the Mandela effect. But we remember seeing it.
I know.
And, having seen the movie the second day that it came out, and knowing that George was making changes to the 70 millimeter print sort of in a roll.
Yeah.
There's no telling. But officially, those scenes were never released in any print of the film at all. But if I didn't see them, then I constructed the scenes in my head based on, I don't know, still pictures.
I mean, that's what the Mandela effect is.
Yeah,
so.
I guess. So, I mean, we'll never know.
Yeah.
But all the scenes with Biggs, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I could remember, and I don't know, I've said this before, is that the one thing that I remember the most, I was like 5 when this thing came out. So I don't remember a whole lot of the experience, in the theater. Yeah. Because, my age. I just remember being in there, a lot of people, and I see the screen, and I remember the screen, and I remember the Luke looking up in those binoculars and seeing the little white flashes.
Right, the glints in the sky
because of the war going on.
The space battle.
And that's the only thing I could really remember from it. And they're like, well, no, that never was shown. I'm like, then how did I see it before they came out with the special editions? Or anything, or they made the Blu-ray thing or whatever.
Well,
how did I see that?
And in my case, I read the book, and I, we had the comic books that came out early. There's a whole bunch of stuff that came out early that, sort of talked about those various scenes that got cut and things. So let me jump in here real quick, and since we hit the top of the hour, and let everybody know that you are listening to us on sci-fi.radio, sci-fi for your Wi-Fi. This is the 24/7 station that plays nerd music and various syndicated shows and things like that, and old-time radio shows like Superman and X-1 and things like that. You could be watching us on sci-fi.radio or on my Facebook page. I think we broadcast to both of those. And also, you could be watching us on YouTube or on Twitch. And any of those is great for you guys over in the chat. We're grateful for your company and your questions and your comments and things like that. And, of course, we're always thankful to Kit, who puts together our show document, hangs out with us, posts links, and all of that kind of thing. I'm Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
This is Justin Donoho.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
And we are grateful for your company as we head into the second hour of the show. So there. Talking about, what we remember and what we don't. I remembered things, a little differently, I think, because I had the book 6 months before the movie came out. There was a book club edition that was released, and somebody gave it to me going, I think this is from this movie you're looking forward to. And, so it was definitely kind of a different experience. But, officially they say that a lot of the scenes that, like the Treadwell scene that you were talking about where Luke watches the fight, and then refers to it later again with Biggs,
Yeah.
where he says, hey guys, you have to come out here and look. There's a battle going on right above the planet, and everybody's like, oh, it's a tanker refueling. You're banking it up. Nothing's happening. How boring. They did eventually release those scenes, even though we feel like we saw them before.
Yeah.
They did that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Because when I saw this, when I saw them on like the Blu-ray thing or whatever, it was like that was what I saw. It was a little blink, blink, blink. I'm like, that was it. And so I'm like, it had to be, whatever one that we saw. I don't know what it was. Up in like the up in Northern California, Santa Clara County. So who knows?
Yeah, got me. And then there was software also that released a bunch of those things. There was a DVD-ROM that came out that had encoded those, and you could look at all these cutscenes. So they did make their way to computers, which eventually put them on the internet. And
Yeah.
although I don't know if any of those sort of despecialized editions put those back or not. There's a whole bunch of people who have tried to un-Lucas the movies by taking out
Yeah, I've seen those.
all
Yeah.
the special editions, and which is funny because he's like, we don't want to see a changed Star Wars, but by their meddling, they have in fact changed Star Wars. They upped the resolution and they changed the color
Yeah.
and they did a bunch of stuff, and it's like, so it's not.
Yeah.
It is also not exactly like what we saw in the '70s, despite the fact that's what they were trying to create.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I did see someone, and you can't find it anywhere now. You'd probably find it at like a convention or something. But someone had taken the Phantom Menace, and I don't think they took out scenes, but I think what they did was they altered some of the alien speech, all the creature speech. So they had like a language and then a subtitles at the bottom.
So that,
And for me, it kind of worked a little better.
yeah. Well, there's the one guy who got rid of Jar Jar. Basically cut out every Jar Jar scene in episode 1.
Yeah. They all did that
but
just about.
I feel that using an alien language akin to Greedo with subtitles would have been preferable to like the weird pidgin English with sort of heavy Asian accents that the Nemoidians gave us at the beginning.
Yeah,
of the movie,
yeah.
Which was really awkward. Yeah. Now there are two of them. And it's like, really? Come on,
Exactly.
man.
But it worked really well what the guy did. I'll have to find a video of what is still on YouTube so you can see what I mean. I'll give you an idea.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Did we wrap all the Star Wars
Move on to theme parks.
stuff? Yeah, let us.
The first item is that Disneyland Resort raises prices on hundreds of menu items. Now, interestingly, Disney World Resort is not raising prices on hundreds of food items.
I was going to show you guys this article, but I'll show it to you anyway, because there is some sort of weird corruption here where like the font that it's using is not a font I have on my machine or something like that, where so like the headline isn't showing up, which is weird. If I try to, and the whole article.
Oh, that's what the heck.
It's all gibberish. I haven't seen this in a long time.
Ditto.
I feel.
Wow.
I feel like whatever they're doing in the article, I assume it works for you guys. It does not work.
That is weird.
For me. So, it's a big mess. But anyway, so suffice it to say that they are raising the prices on just about everything.
So they are particularly they're raising prices on, like you said, almost everything, but they're just a little bit higher apparently, the price increase on the food experiences. So when you get a package deal for World of Color or Fantasmic with a meal, those have apparently gone up the most. I didn't do this research. I'm just looking at the article.
Right.
And the alcoholic beverages have gone up. The snacks have gone up. The Sodas have gone up. Everything
Right.
across the board has gone up. And entrees in restaurants have gone up between $3 and $4 each. And some things only went up a little
Oh, boy.
bit. Like, okay, popcorn is up 50 cents. Chicken tenders are up $1.50. Dole Whip is up a little under $1. Dole Whip float is up 50 cents. Fountain drinks are up 40 cents. Coffee is up 50 cents. Turkey legs are
boy.
up $1.50. Bottled water 50 cents. Pickles 50 cents.
So if you're a family of 4 and you're going to Disneyland and you're eating meals there, you can probably expect to pay another $50 to $100
Yeah.
with these increases
Yep.
because it's applied to everything.
Right. I mean,
Well,
I'm
that's
sure
sad.
you can find things that the price didn't go up on, but it seems pretty comprehensive.
And some of this stuff, man, like
Okay.
like popcorn is just so cheap,
Yeah.
and it just seems like really, really weird. Maybe they're not charging enough for popcorn buckets.
I don't know. But interesting that they're raising it at Disneyland and not Disney World, although they
Yeah.
could just be holding off and doing Disney World in like a month or two.
Well,
knows?
and I've been seeing some of the sort of like Disney influencers who are kind of getting a little mad, getting a little bitter, and are like, "This is my last broadcast from
Oh.
Disneyland because I'm not renewing my pass because it's just getting so expensive."
Yeah, yeah.
And the Disney influencers are like, they're the diehards. They're trying to make a business out of Disney.
Yeah.
You know, a living out of Disney, and if it's not working for them, that's
This
Bad.
particular
Huh.
website is called Disney Tourist Blog, and they said that they've stopped eating at Disney casually, and they've done away with
Okay.
eating snacks there, and I'm trying to see what she's saying that $22. I guess the Plaza Inn fried chicken for $22. She said she's completely done with, or he, I'm not sure. And that the only thing that they're still eating there is the research for their articles,
right.
and
Which
if
would
they're bringing
which
a
would be
guest.
special
Okay.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're saying, you know, here's how close In-N-Out is, here's how close Sidecar Donuts is, and you know, there's a McDonald's not that far away.
Well, and I will completely
Yeah.
cop to this. Now, I like a good Ronto wrap, okay? And I am particularly enamored because I am a barbecue junkie with the Hungry Bear Barbecue restaurant.
It's really good.
I like it. It's really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
And give it a choice. I will eat one of those two things. But when Judy and I go, we very frequently make the decision to stop on the way in, and we'll go to Taco Bell, or we'll go to like a Burger King or something else that is, less expensive with a larger quantity of food, with the
Okay.
thought that maybe we'll get like a treat or something while we're there. Judy's tradition at Disney is ice cream. She loves to get an ice cream there. So,
Oh, okay.
that's on the list somewhere. And,
Of course.
for me, it might just be like a regular Starbucks or something. It may not even be a Disney themed thing, but we do try to minimize the amount we spend there at the park because it is
Yeah.
really expensive, and it's this sort of price creep is a bummer, and so it's not a thing that you can do all the time if you have annual passes, because
No.
everything is so expensive now. Everything has gone up, and it's exactly what Disney complains about. They're like, oh, it's the local people who don't come in and spend enough money, and then they raise the prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Jeez.
And it's like, come
No,
on,
no one's
guys.
going to.
There's a saying that's all the traffic will allow, and I think the traffic is hitting gridlock right now. I don't think they can go anywhere, and a lot of people are bailing out. They're like, it's too expensive for me. And a lot of people are jumping ship and going to Knott's or Universal or things like that
Yeah.
because it's
Adventure
just
City.
so much cheaper. I don't think Adventure City
It's
has
gonna
an
happen.
annual pass, but
Oh.
maybe they do.
Yeah.
Adventure City.
I know. I was kidding.
That's Colleen being sarcastic.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, Adventure City is a tiny little theme park for tiny little children that's in Anaheim that's not far from Disneyland. It's like Anaheim Buena Park. And so it's like for really little kids.
It's like for 2 to 6-year-olds.
Yeah. And so, it's it doesn't get a lot of promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's considerably cheaper than Disneyland.
Moving on
Yeah,
to
true.
other Disneyland news. The first steel column has been added for the Avengers Campus expansion at Disney California Adventure.
Yeah.
There's
They're working on it.
here we go. So Disney likes to celebrate these little things that God, this ad will not go away. And so they will do a thing where they have a lot of times have their employees all sign it. They'll either do it with a first beam or a last beam. That when they put the pin in the land,
Yeah.
and get the final construction. They did it with Galaxy's Edge. They've done it with a bunch of these kind of things. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah, this is true.
moving this into place, you can see the big open area that's behind the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout building, which what was the Tower of Terror. That's in the picture on the left. And there's a fair amount of space there. And they're putting 2 new rides in, I guess. One of them is like sort of the Iron Man suit experience, and the other one is the that I think it's a trackless ride where you go and you sort of like battle Thanos. It's this big long experience.
Yeah. It's
with
yeah.
every character. So I expect it to
Yeah, I
be
remember
very
seeing
much
that, yeah.
like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Where everything's largely a projection.
Probably so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only went
Yeah,
on
that
that
could
once.
be.
Maybe I should write it again because I'm not all that enamored of that ride.
Technologically, it's pretty cool. If you have only run it once, you should do it again.
Yeah.
The experience is different depending on the car you get in, let's see what it says about here. It was posted on Instagram. It's doubling the size of Avengers Campus. And it doesn't say what the rides are. Oh, here we go. Avengers Infinity Defense is the one that we were talking about, which is the Thanos ride. And Stark Flight Lab, which is the one. And it's getting a new bathroom facility. Woo.
That's exciting.
Right? All right.
Yeah. We.
Disney World has their Halloween at Walt Disney World Resort foodie guide up, and there's some really cute things here. They've got a I don't know, some sort of a parfait that's got ghost cookies in it. That's just adorable. And
Cookies. Here, let me get those up for you.
okay.
Ba-ba.
Jock Lindsay's has some really cute items. Jock Lindsay's being one of our favorite places to eat at Disney World.
Right, it's in Disney Springs, and it's the Indiana Jones themed bar.
Yeah.
Jock Lindsay
Yeah.
was the plane pilot at the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's just my snake, Reggie.
So with the delay, I can't tell where you are, but you saw the cute ice cream with the ghosts, I imagine.
Right, that's what's there
There
now.
it is. Yeah, I see it.
Oh, and then if you scroll down to the next one, you'll see what Jock Lindsay's has, which is an Alien Invader slider, which is adorable.
Ha!
It is
It's so cute.
really cute.
They're chicken sliders with, which is like an alien with eyes on stalks,
Right.
lots of teeth and a tongue sticking
It looks
out.
like they put a slice of cheese that was cut in a starburst pattern, which makes the teeth when it melts over the chicken.
And the pickle makes the tongue.
Right, the pickle tongue sticking out the front.
Of course.
The eyes are on toothpicks, and they're pimento stuffed olives.
And then they've got cursed mummy sausages, which are
Pigs in a blanket.
pigs in a blanket, yeah, inside of a little sarcophagus. Is it a sarcophagus if it's a wooden coffin with a carving of a pharaoh on
I
it?
feel like we can
Looks like, yeah, king
call it
cut.
a sarcophagus. But it is a coffin. It's just a
Yeah.
wooden coffin shaped thing with a picture of a sarcophagus on the front of it.
Right. And then there's these dumplings that look like ghosts. Everything they're serving is fantastic.
It's really cute.
Zombie eye bites, which are deviled eggs with chicken and olives.
And it comes in a wood spooky box as well.
And then they've got some brightly colored drinks and some what look like quesadillas.
One of the drinks comes in laboratory glass, which is cool. It's got a beaker, and then it's got like an add-in chaser shooter something that's in a test tube.
That
which is kinda
is
fun.
Scarab Beetle Essence. Siesta Key Silver Rum, Malibu Coconut Rum, Balls Blue Curacao liqueur, Dole Pineapple Juice, and Grenadine. So I'm guessing the pineapple juice is what's on the side.
Yeah,
Unless I'm
Interesting.
reading the wrong description.
or the coconut.
Or the coconut, yeah.
It's interesting.
The Skull of the Dead
Wow.
is a Mojo pork, cheddar, flour tortilla, and pickle pico de gallo mini quesadilla looking things.
Yeah, they're
And then
cute.
they've got a Spike Trap, Malibu coconut rum, vodka, cream of coconut, and Sprite with a ghost marshmallow. Anyway, these are the things at Jock Lindsay's. Adorable. You don't even have to have a pass to get into one of the parks because it is at Disney Springs.
Right, it's the shopping district.
So if you're in Florida, you should go to Jock Lindsay's. If you're in Central Florida.
Right.
And then
Amorette's Patisserie. Wonder where that is.
at Disney Springs. They have a lot of cute little cakey things.
Yeah, wilting rose. That's
The cutest one is a zero donut thing. A zero cream puff.
There's a cookie. I'll flip through these quickly so you guys
Gotcha.
can see them. There's like a Dia de los Muertos cannoli looking thing, eclair, whatever that is. I guess it's a petty cake.
Petty cake?
Oh no, this is the cocoa eclair that I'm showing now, which has the little skulls on
Ah,
it. And
nice.
This
Did you
is,
mean a pedophore?
This is a petty
That's
cake.
cool.
Yeah.
Does it say petty cake?
Yes. Dr. Facilier petty cake.
Weird. I've never heard that before.
Graham cracker chiffon, marshmallow mousse, and
Nice.
chocolate ganache. But it looks
Cool.
nothing like a petit four.
No, it doesn't.
It
That's
looks
what I was like.
It looks,
I mean, I guess it's just a mini cake. It's like a cupcake,
yeah,
but
it looks like Dr. Facilier's hat.
Hat,
And
yeah.
it's like they're
Awesome.
trying to make it fancier than it is. That's all I'm saying. And it looks like the brim of the hat is a plate. Don't try and eat it.
So it
Cool.
looks like almost everything on this list, at least through halfway
Aw.
down, is at
Disney Springs?
Disney Springs.
Yeah. It's cute. There's a lot of cute. Yeah, the zero thing's really adorable.
Okay, and then they have, after Disney Springs, they've got a list of things at the hotels.
Aaron McKenna's Bakery has donuts and cookies and stuff.
I got lost.
Coffin
Reminds me of the
cake,
Fry Guys.
right? They kind of do. There's these little like cake pop looking things that are it's like cake pops with eyes wrapped in mummy wrappings.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bloody Guts donut, chocolate spider donut, coffin cake, ghost faces, which are sugar cookies. The coffin cake is shaped like a coffin and frosted with vanilla buttercream. And then mummy cake pops are chocolate cake pops wrapped in vanilla bandages with buttercream eyes.
Boy.
So they've got something for the hotels that looks like a red Choco Taco and is labeled a Captain Hook cookie. And apparently it is Captain Hook's either his hat or maybe his sleeve, because it's red with a white ruffle, and then his mustache and his hook. It's a very artistic representation of Captain Hook.
Weird. I'm kind of scrolling through to see if we can find that.
It is a little more than halfway through, so you're
There's a lot of drinks.
you're still really up there.
Lots of cookies with sort of like googly eyes attached to them. Churros.
Eyeball cookies.
There's like an ice cream sundae that is the Sanderson sisters. Sanderson sisters caramel apple pie sundae. And the only thing that really makes it
Nice.
the Sanderson sisters is there's a little chocolate medallion with their faces on it. Not
Yeah.
sure I would want to eat that. Let's see. Ganache squares.
I'm going to say that the only other remarkable thing is that Captain Hook.
The poison
Oh,
apple
apple.
chocolate piñata is pretty neat, which is a milk chocolate shell filled with cinnamon apple marshmallows. And it looks like the poison apple from Snow White.
I think
That's
I'd rather
pretty
have
cool.
an actual caramel apple with the...
Agreed. I think I would too.
Still neat, though.
Let's see.
Oh, you got a Oogie Boogie, something coming in the bag?
Yeah, here, wait. I'll roll back up. What is in the bag? Oogie Boogie chocolate toffee bites. So
Yeah.
toffee bites
So
come
cute.
in the bag.
Oh, okay.
Booze.
Gotcha.
More booze. Oh, here's the taco. The
It's not a taco, though. It's a cookie.
right. It's a cookie that looks
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
taco. Yeah,
I
that's
see.
funny. It's got
Okay.
Hook's mustache, and his
And
The-
his hook.
the hook looks like a ring though, which is weird.
Yeah. Is this like supposed to be his hat and then the white sleeves of his shirt?
Yeah, it looks
or-
like the sleeve, his ruffle on his sleeves. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
okay.
that is what it's supposed to be. I'm looking at a picture of him, and it's... Although, honestly, it does kind of look like his hat, too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
there's a thing called the Whoopie Monster, which is an apple and caramel whoopie pie with marshmallow buttercream.
Nice.
It's kind of adorable. And I like whoopie pies. I like moon pies better, but I like whoopie pies. Halloween mummy cupcake, which is like Mickey as a mummy.
Yeah.
The Mara, which is a Halloween mummy cupcake. That's weird. There's a Stitch
Yeah.
cupcake, which is very cute, at the Polynesian. Vampire Stitch, just, in case you think there's not a
Oh,
Halloween.
the two teeth, yes. Yeah.
Pineapple lanai, which is soft serve. And macarons and things. I mean, they've obviously put a lot of work into this, as they always do. And every location has something. Like even Fort Wilderness has some cookies.
It seems, from this article, it seems mostly that the article is about things you can find without going into the park. Because most of the stuff they were showing seemed to be at Disney Springs or the hotels.
Well, I feel like that's part of the thing that we were talking about earlier, where a lot of these sort of influencer types are talking about how they're giving up their annual passes and things. I imagine that if you were writing things like this, although this is the Disney Parks blog,
Yeah.
so this is like the official thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I could see where they would want to cater to people who don't have annual passes and are maybe doing some casual shopping.
Yeah.
The popcorn buckets and the sippers and stuff, like there's a Pluto in a skeleton costume sipper. He's got a candy pumpkin in his mouth that you put candy in.
Yeah.
And then there's a Mickey ghost bucket, which is basically a ghost shape with kind of Mickey's face on it and mouse ears to pop open to eat the popcorn. And
Yeah.
So if you want to go to the next article, Sean, it's another Disney Parks blog thing, and it shows all of that vintagey looking ghost merchandise that we were talking
Sure.
about earlier.
yeah, we saw some of this in person while we were
Yeah.
there, and I should actually jump in here and mention while I'm thinking about it, we were thwarted just a little bit by filming of
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
And so we didn't stay and celebrity, rubberneck.
Watch.
But in replaying what was going on through my head, Jon Favreau was poking around, a very distinctive hat. He had a big straw hat on. And you definitely saw that poking above the crowd. And Catherine Hahn was there, and
Oh, okay.
One
was-
of the kids from the Skeleton Crew, but I don't know which one.
right, I didn't see them. And what's the other actress who was there?
Oh, did you see any of them yourself?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't see any of
And-
them, but I'm not very good at recognizing people.
right. And I came back and I said, okay, by the way, this was the reason that we didn't get in to see the cinema Lucky Rabbit. I'm taking a look here real quick to see if it'll tell me. Here we go. So this is a TV series that they're doing, and it has. This one doesn't even have the other people listed. The kid from Skeleton Crew, I think, was Wim. That's the kid who's in it
Okay.
from there.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
And he was also Antonio in Encanto. He's the voice of Antonio. I'll have to look and do a little research and figure out who the other actress I saw was. I can't remember her name. Anyway, so do I have these showing over here? No. Here we go. These are the sort of cute things they're offering over at Disney. And boy, the big thing to get are these freaking mouse ears with the ghost mice on them. You can't tell in this picture, but they're glow-in-the-dark colored. They're that kind of light pale green. And so I'm hoping they glow in the dark, but I don't know that for sure. And then there's a black cat loungefly. And then they had some light-up house decorations. This mini one that we're seeing here.
Oh dear.
Lots of shirts and things. And they all have kind of a vintage flair, which I really like. I think they work really well with this.
And some of the things on this page aren't even like you can't even click on them yet. They're coming soon, so you can't even quite tell what they are.
Yeah.
But the pajamas are super cute, and the little coffee cup is adorable.
Let's see. Yeah, there's the coffee
And they have
cup.
pillows and lamps as well.
There's a Stanley mug
Yeah.
that's got the characters on it, and yeah, the coffee cup is pretty cute. Little mini with a pumpkin. And what I do not see here is something that I saw all over the park that needs a little explanation, I think, for me, which is they had a light up doom buggy with the hitchhiking ghosts in it, and it was large. It was like 2 feet by 2 feet, and it had a recessed handle into the top of it that you could pick up and carry with you, and I don't know why. It's a lot of effort for a lawn ornament. I don't know why it has a handle in it.
Well, I'm looking at it on Shop Disney.
Weird.
And I also can't tell.
I don't
why
know.
It has a fold-out carry handle.
Right, but why?
I think they just want you to be able to carry it.
It seems like a weird, unnecessary expense. I'm just saying. You said that's Shop Disney?
Yeah. I just, it was right on the front page.
Well, I will find it and show it because...
Yeah. I haven't done a lot of shopping inside the park or wandering
It's
around in shops in the park. 'cause I'm
$85,
usually just
and
working,
it is
so I can't.
19.5 inches. They're showing it indoors on display, although
Yeah.
they're showing 2 different sizes, so I don't know if there are in fact 2 different sizes.
don't
Or
see it. What is it called?
Hitchhiking Ghosts in Doom Buggy Light Up Figure.
Oh, here it is.
The
Okay,
Haunted
it's
Mansion.
The top things. Yeah, it was definitely this large one, which I saw at the Haunted Mansion store. Good golly. They, so much trouble. Here we go. So it's this thing. And yeah, I feel like the small one's been around for a little while, and then the big one does have this handle on it, which I'm not sure why. I mean, I guess it's just a convenience thing, and that's fine. It just seems like a weird added expense that they didn't need to add to it. But anyway, yeah,
Weird.
everything lights up.
But I
I
mean, like,
mean-
it's not big enough to put on your lawn or anything.
I mean,
Oh.
it kind of is, as long as you have other stuff going on. But yeah,
I guess if you do the
Yeah.
forced perspective.
yeah.
I mean,
maybe.
does it glow bright enough to be a lantern or something?
Yeah,
'Cause
it
I can't
has
figure out
batteries.
Why they would have the handle either?
I mean, I guess you could carry it around with you if you want, but that would be weird.
The Haunted Mansion wallpaper
Yeah.
throw blanket is $60.
Wow.
Seems a little pricey.
Of course.
Does
They have a Haunted Mansion paper towel holder with a bat on it.
nice.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, they have some pretty nice stuff over there. Anyway, Halloween's a coming, y'all.
Yep.
Get ready now.
Yeah.
All right. Sean, you want to take the rest in peace section?
I surely will. Lost a few people this week. We lost Brandon Blackstock, who is Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband. He passed away at the age of 48 after a long battle with cancer. That's pretty terrible, and a bit too young. They had 2 kids together, a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. And Kelly Clarkson has been at Caesar's Palace in Vegas, and she took time off, and that's kind of shut it down. to be there for the kids, and so she's sitting out the rest of August, I think, and usually she doesn't talk about her private life at all, but in this case, she did. Anyway, pretty sad to hear about that. Kelly Mack passed away at the age of 33. You know her from The Walking Dead, and she had been diagnosed with diffuse midline glioma, which is a type of cancer. And, I mean, 33 is just like kind of nuts. This particular cancer is a tumor in the central nervous system, and they just couldn't do anything about it, unfortunately. And she'd been experiencing a lot of lower back pain and shooting pains and things, and went in for a biopsy, and the rest is history. We lost Eddie Palmieri at the age of 88. He was a pianist and composer and a band leader. He did a lot of jazz in a Latin and salsa style. He was from Puerto Rico, and he was born in Spanish Harlem, I guess, Puerto Rican parents. And his older brother was Chaz Palmieri. And so, they basically carved out a niche for themselves with Latin music and stuff. And released all sorts of albums and won 8 Grammy Awards, a Latin Grammy, won the NEA Jazz Masters Award, and got a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Latin Recording Academy in 2013. So he's well represented. And then, of course, probably the big one this week was Lonnie Anderson, who will forever be best known, I think, as Jennifer from WKRP in Cincinnati. When they first asked her to come do the role, she was a brunette, and they wanted her to come be the blonde piece of eye candy in the office. And she said, "I don't want to do that. I think that's boring." And they said, "Well, what do you want to do?" And it's like, "I want to make sure that she is always the smartest person in the room. She's always the person who knows what's going on. She's always the person who's got everything going." And they agreed, and that was it. If you go back and you watch WKRP in Cincinnati, the most put together person on the show was Jennifer. She was dating senators and things, and she always had stuff going on in her life. And they offered her the option of being Bailey Quarters, which was Jan Smithers' role, and she's like, no, I'll be the secretary, and she ran interference for Mr. Carlson and had everybody wrapped around her finger on the show as a character. She met and married Burt Reynolds, did the movie Stroker Ace together, and they were married for a while, about 10 years, and then were part of the absolutely biggest, messiest divorce probably in tabloid history. It was just absolutely nuts.
Oh, dear.
But the thing that's weird is that they obviously kind of like, loved each other a lot. And when Burt Reynolds passed away, she went to the funeral, and she took possession of his ashes and hung on to them. And, there was something there. They just couldn't live together. This was really a bummer. So anyway, her passing leaves her children behind, of course, and grandchildren. They're going to do a service at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery on her behalf. She had so many guest star roles, SWAT and policewoman and things like that. And in fact, and she did a show briefly for 13 episodes with Linda Carter, where they were two women married to the same guy who died and left them a pile of debt and the detective agency that he ran. And so trying to get rid of this debt and to have something to do, the two women sort of band together. And, you can apparently have too much pretty in a show. Because despite those two pretty great actresses, the show didn't go anywhere. So, they weren't all successes. But anyway, at the age of 79, Lonnie Anderson has passed away, and it's very sad news if you're a fan, as we are, of WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Yes.
It was. Very sad.
Jeff, you have a speed round?
Sure. Actually, I'll do two of them at once because they're both the same darn thing. There's been a teaser and a second teaser of Tom Holland's new Spider-Man costume from Marvel. So, and as far as I can tell, because I can't see the entire thing, it looks very much like the classic Spider-Man costume from like the comics and everything. So I'm hoping it has the goofy fat spider on the back and everything, and it works. But he looks, of course, excited to make this thing, and I'm all for it because I've loved all three of those movies so far. So we'll see where the fourth one goes.
Cool. I wanted to mention that there is a Titanic experience in Los Angeles that the tickets are on sale
at the
for.
age of 79, Lonnie Anderson. Sorry, that's me.
That is you. It's an immersive expedition that brings Titanic's history to life. And I feel like this is something that we just saw on Disney Plus. We saw like a video of or something.
You and I watched the National Geographic special on the Titanic where they recreated it in 3D. They scanned the wreck with lasers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it showed them being able to move around the wreck in virtual reality. They put it up on the sort of volume style screens that they have in the Mandalorian and stuff that they use for the backgrounds. And so they had like a 20 by 60 foot screen.
So this one,
full scale.
They've got you in a blank room, and then they put virtual reality headsets on you.
Right.
And then they have you walk through it. So it's not like as cool as it was when I first thought I saw it, because I was like, oh, you could go in costume.
Right.
This would be really neat because they'll be projecting it up on big screens. But they are not. It is a blank room with virtual reality headsets. And it's here from August through October. And it is a little over $30 to go and see.
Well, and the weird thing is like the picture that they are showing is they're showing people wearing like Oculus headsets.
Right. And it says that you dive to the wreck site as it rests today, then return to 1912 to walk the grand staircase and the ship's most iconic spaces. But again, you're doing it all with a VR headset. So like, how long are we going to have to wait before you can get that for your home VR headset? Or maybe
Right.
we won't.
Well,
at all.
I mean,
don't
if
know.
they ever release it, yeah. It would
Yeah.
Be, I mean, I feel like Disney Plus ought to do that with their ride-throughs for their ride things. They ought
Oh
to-
my gosh, they totally should do
They
that.
ought to be shot with a 360-degree camera and then allow you to look in every direction through your VR thing.
Probably they don't want to do that because they think people will not go on their to their
Well, I
amusement
mean,
park.
nothing replaces the actual experience.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to see.
Sean, what do you want to talk about?
Sorry for my distraction. Laura said that we got dropped off of Sci-Fi, but we're there, so we're whatever. So I like weird food up to a point.
Hence the blood shakes and
Right. The yeah.
weird spicy sauces we had for
Right,
dinner.
and we had the meal of misfortune. And so Heinz Ketchup Company is collaborating with Smoothie King, and they are launching a tomato ketchup smoothie.
Don't forget that tomatoes are fruit,
Right.
so it's basically just a fruit smoothie.
It is the first ever ketchup-based smoothie. And it's blending basic tomato ketchup from Heinz with acai sorbet, apple juice, strawberries, and raspberries. Heinz describes the taste as sweet and tangy. And so if you have a Smoothie King near you,
I never even heard of Smoothie King.
I have to say that I, too, have never heard of Smoothie King. And if I look them up...
Well, I'm looking them up so you can continue talking about how much you adore drinking ketchup.
Well, I don't, is the thing.
The closest locations are in Las Vegas and Phoenix.
Right. And
To
so,
us in Los Angeles.
Yes. And it's, I mean, I would try it. I don't know that I'm going to like it. I like tomato soup to a point. But it just seems kind of weird. I'll say goodbye to Don, too. Don's got to bail out.
Bye, Don.
His Wi-Fi sucks. Sorry, dude. But yeah, the apparently the nearest Smoothie King to us is quite a distance away.
Well, I mean, not all that far when you consider that we're going to go to Tempe in a couple of months or a couple of weeks, depending on how you look at it. And there are 4 located in Phoenix.
Oh, that's funny.
And 3 more in Gilbert.
I guess it didn't give me the closest one. It gave me one in like Ciudad Juarez.
Well, I went to Smoothie King and went to their store locator.
I looked it up on Google Maps, and it gave me a whole bunch of them, but it's not the one that it gave me as the one I should drive to.
Huh.
So,
Weird.
my GPS is broken, and I'm trying to use Google Maps, and boy, does it suck in comparison to my GPS. It is absolutely terrible. It gives me awful directions. I get stuck all the time. It puts me in the middle of traffic, even though it's supposed to route me around traffic. Absolutely the worst. I can't stand it. And then, of course, it's on my phone, and so everything's getting interrupted. It's always getting interrupted by stuff on my phone. It's terrible. I have to do something about fixing my GPS or replacing it because it's just awful.
All right, so the closest one to my aunt's house is in Scottsdale adjacent.
Okay. Well, we'll see. If, we can look, and if they don't have it, I'll just have to go to Dutch Brothers.
Jeff, what do you want to talk about?
Hold on, Jeff. You went quiet. Let me mess with something over here.
Did you hear
And
me?
we only have 6 minutes left. What do you want to talk
I
about?
can hear you, but there's also other weirdness going on. Okay. All right, we got you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Vin Diesel, he posted and then deleted it. A update for a MCU Groot sequel. I'm like, okay. It was something called like what did he call it? Like the Arbor King. It's called like the Arbor King. And and of course like back in March he said something that Disney wants their Planet X. But here's the thing. Where's the first one? That's what's confusing me. It's like the Groot sequel. I'm like,
But there's been a whole bunch of Groot
to
cartoons.
Guardians or
Yeah, I
There
don't
have been
know.
a whole
is
bunch
it-
of Groot
is it a sequel
cartoons.
to
Do those count?
This whole thing sounds
Exactly.
confusing to me. Is he just like having a stroke or what? Because none of what he's saying is making
yeah.
any sense to me. What does it mean when they want
Yeah,
their
I'm
own
like-
Planet X?
Yeah, it's supposed to be his home planet, Groot's home planet. I think that's what he means by Planet X.
Okay.
And that's the idea is that Groot goes home, and that's the movie idea or something. The movie, but I don't know if that's something that's happening or not because he's posted and deleted whatever. But it's like then he says Groot sequel, and I'm like, is it to the cartoons? Is it to one of the movies?
I don't know. I
'Cause
think
there was no
I think
Groot
he
1.
hit his head in one of those Fast and Furious movies.
Well, Sean,
be.
do you want to take a last one and wrap the show?
Yeah, let me take a look here. I don't think there's anything else we said we were going to talk about that we didn't. We will wish Hamilton a happy 10th anniversary. That's been going for a while, and so that's pretty good. There is a Stranger Things spin-off as we get ready to do the last season of Stranger Things, and
Yeah.
I guess Finn Wolfhard is going to be in it, but it's not yet confirmed. It's still kind of up in the air. And he says it's going to be a lot like Twin Peaks.
I was worried when I read this headline that they were trying to say that the Stranger Things spin-off will be like the comeback, the third season of Twin Peaks. And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
no.
I don't think that's the case. I think that they're trying to make some
I
sort of
hope not.
mystery out of it. It says, although this says sort of an anthology with different tones, but the same universe. And it sounds like they're not having anybody in the first show coming back.
Yeah.
So it's
I mean, those kids are all too old and
right.
too
It's
famous.
weird that he's talking about it if he's not even involved in it. So it's just like somebody went up
Yeah.
to him and said, "We're going to do a show that might be like this." Seems weird.
Could be.
Seems really
Yeah.
weird.
Too much vagueness and stuff today.
Yes.
So really quickly, you mentioned that there's a Hamilton anniversary.
yeah, the 10th
Also,
anniversary of Hamilton.
they're doing a movie of Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's what the trailer is, right?
Right.
Is
but-
they're doing it as a movie?
Well, I mean, it looks like they just
It's just what was on Disney Plus.
it's what
is
was
the
on
filmed-
Disney Plus, but they're bringing it to theaters.
Oh, I thought they were actually doing
Yeah.
like
No.
a movie that wasn't entirely
actual-
musical or something.
yeah.
I wasn't really
Right.
clear
No,
on.
no, no. It's what you've seen. It's just going
Sorry.
to be on a big screen, and because that was its original intent, and then they just kind of bailed out on it. So they put it up there, I think, because of COVID, and they were trying to entertain people and keep people on Disney.
Well, I am grateful that they did that.
Yeah, me too. It was pretty good. One last thing before we go. So one of the most recent stories that we heard as we were getting ready for the show is that Disney has apparently reached some sort of agreement with Gina Carano over her getting fired from The Mandalorian. Disney's always said that they just
Yeah.
didn't have more for her to do in The Mandalorian, which I feel was true because they were actually talking about giving her own series. And then, she was kind of bullying it up on social media, being kind of rude to, and Disney's being nothing but politically correct about this, because they said Miss Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. And we know that that's not true, because we've heard Pedro Pascal talk about that not being true. So anyway,
Yeah.
it remains to be seen what happens. She was demanding that they pay her $75,000 and put her back in the show. And so Disney filed against it. They've argued things out, and apparently, and it just got nasty, especially from her end. And they haven't said what anything was actually settled. And Gina Carano, by the way, her bankroll against Disney, who has unlimited bankroll, was Elon Musk, who has unlimited bankroll.
Yeah.
So that is really who was fighting. It was Disney versus Elon Musk. So anyway, it's a weird thing.
Pretty much.
Disney doesn't have to cast her in anything if they don't have a place for her.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think the whole settlement's kind of weird. To all of you guys who were hanging out and still over on the chat, we're pretty grateful. I see Kelly and the Lady A looks like bailed out. Lori's bailing out as we say goodbye, Laura and whatnot. So thank you for hanging out this long. You can listen to sci-fi.radio. The whole station runs 24/7, and we've always got music and stuff there for you. Just put that URL into your browser, and that there will be something to listen to. We've got a whole schedule up there on that site, too. We have nerd news, all sorts of fun things for you to stay informed and entertained, because that's radio, baby. That's what we do. And then as for watching us on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, thank you for doing those things. Like or subscribe or do whatever you can. If you already are, you're awesome. And if you're thinking about it, give us a shot, won't you? And we'll be back again next week to do this all over again. I'm hoping that Colleen and I can see Fantastic Four, and then we can talk about the movie. Because Jeff's already seen it. So.
All right.
That's true.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
This is Jeff Solo at Donoho.
I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby. As always,
may the force be with you.
The force be with you.
Some credits here for the TV people by TV people.